Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife Karina from Venezuela. And Karina's waiting for her green card, just like you guys are either waiting for your K1 visa to get approved or for your visa interview to get scheduled at the embassy, which you're going to do, or you're waiting for your green card also. And this is your K1 Visa channel where you get all this free information on how to process all these documents at no cost for you. Totally free. I've got 9 years of experience in processing green cards, K1 visas, spousal visas, tourist visas. 9 years of experience doing this. I can write the book on it. Okay? And I give all this information up here, I give it to you for free. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't work for USCIS. I don't work for the State Department or the US government. I'm not an immigration attorney, okay? And I don't give you any legal advice ever. But this is free information that you can use to help you get this application processed, and it's not a difficult thing to do. It's not difficult as long as you're patient and you follow directions and you can read and write. If you can do that, you can do this. Hey Drex, Soldiero of Christ Fire. Hey guys, adjustment of status was rejected because they did not see the new edition in the form. Right? So do we resend the rejected back to them with the new updated edition? You can include it if you want and explain that you didn't file they didn't see the right edition. You can put it in there as an addendum if you want. Okay, but make sure you redo the paperwork. Just update the paperwork and write a letter of explanation and attach it to the old form. Then that way they'll know what happened. Jay Baxter, good morning to the Ross family. What's going on, Jay Baxter? Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. And Jay Baxter, Francois is asking Jay Baxter, good morning. Well, Jay Baxter is probably in a country where it's morning right now. Hedrex, for iPhone 765, I'm doing for my daughter. Page 1, other information. Whose information should I put? Mine or future daughter? I-765. Okay. So let's take a look and see what you're doing here. So you get this paperwork done properly. On the I-765, that's the work permit. You're filling out a work permit, but the work permit is for who? It's for your daughter, right? So on Form 765, filing for my daughter, where in the form do I put my daughter's information? Well, you're going to fill out the I-765 for your wife and for your daughter, and you're going to put the reason for applying as your initial acceptance for employment, and then you're going to put your full legal name, about you, which is your daughter's full legal name. Okay, and you're going to go over and you're going to go to page 2 and you're going to fill out her mailing address, her physical address, etc. So right here on the work permit paperwork, information about her is your daughter's name. Okay, it's not going to be your wife's name because this is a work permit for your daughter. You got it? It's easy peasy, guys. You can do this. Let's see. So the question is, other information. On page 1, other information. Whose information should I put? You put your daughter's. Other information about her, okay? And I'm going to put the form right here in case you got any more questions. Angel Tate, hi Diego and Karina. We went to apply for my husband's social security number, and we were told we could have to apply for it before we got married. You can get your social security number. You can apply for it before you get married or after you get married. Depends on the state you live in. If you live in the state of New Jersey, the highest tax state in property taxes in the union, you got to get your social security number before you can get married. That applies to New Jersey. You're saying we went to apply for the social security number. We were told we could have to apply for it before we got married. You can apply for it before or after. Francois Livingston, hello, Larry Piercy. The live chat is going to be interesting now that you are here. Yeah. Larry Piercy, LP on station. Jeet Musiana, hey Diego, do you have any updates on the I-131 and I-485 processing times? 4 to 5 months. Don't go on to the processing times on the USCIS website because you're going to have a bad day and the information is not correct. It's 4 to 5 months, okay? Depends on how good of a green card application you put together. Or I-131, how good is it? How much evidence did you provide? You like the blue tape over here? Look at that. See that blue tape right here? We're going to be painting the office very soon. So we took all the pictures down. We took the beautiful American flag down. We took the beautiful Venezuelan flag down. I took my UFO picture down. And I've been taping right here. This is painter's tape, if you're wondering what the heck it is. Because Karina, she took all the stuff down off of here, and then I forgot this. So I got to explain it. Headrex on Form 765, filing for my daughter. Where in the form I put my daughter's information? On Part 2, page 1, put her name in there. Family name, given name, middle name. Francois is talking about to Larry. Angel Tate, we also took your advice and applied for his learner's permit. Soon he will take his 5-hour class, then the road test. There you go. I'm glad you learned stuff on this channel, guys. It's your YouTube channel. You're here to learn. You are here to get educated. So you don't have to pay an immigration attorney thousands and thousands of dollars to do this process. Use that money for your wedding or for your honeymoon or a vacation. Just don't leave the country. And tomorrow I'm going to make a video about advanced parole. Advanced parole. What is advanced parole? Advanced parole is a document that you can get if you absolutely have to positively leave the United States once you get here and you haven't got your green card yet. You're still waiting and waiting and waiting for your green card, but you got to go back to wherever it is you came from. You know, your pet cat got sick, so you got to go back and tend to your pet cat because your mom's having a hard time with the pets. I don't know, but I'm going to make a video tomorrow about advanced parole. And today, by the way, is May 20th, 2024. So May's going by pretty quick. It's almost June. June's going to be here, guys. Very soon. And Angel Tate, good job on taking the class and the road test soon. That's great news. Jay Baxter to Francois, I work nights, so it's my morning. I'm currently in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. There you go. I've been to Oklahoma. Francois is talking to Jay Baxter. Jay Baxter, I have no idea how to tag people to reply on a stream. I don't either. I just turn it on and talk and give you the information. Larry Piercy, settle down, Francois. Adriana Sarango Nunez, hi Diego and Karina. I got my NOA2 letter on Friday. That is a Mountain Dew salute right there, Adriana. An approval. An NOA2 letter is the Notice of Action 2. That means your visa got approved by USCIS. Mountain Dew salute for you, Adriana. And it's like 81 degrees. It's hot here in Florida in the Panhandle. So let me see here. Adriana, they approved us in one day. We are beyond happy. Now, you had to go through an RFE, right? Adriana, and we helped you. If I recall, with that little RFE. Adriana manifesting NOA2 letter for Francois. That's right. Francois got approved also. But good job. We're glad to hear it. We're glad to see you guys getting approved, okay? April Flower, we received administrative processing blue sheet. They marked the passport filed as required, even though they just returned the passport to us. Don't worry about that. I don't know why it was requested again. You just got to get through this 221G. Don't worry, April Flower. You're going to get through it, okay? You're all right. You're going to be okay. Angel, good evening, Diego and Karina. I hope all is well. I'm a little stressed out. No, come on now. Don't be stressing. Maybe I don't understand how to book the interview. It's not allowing me to select the next available date or any future dates. It's probably because the embassy is busy and they don't have any dates to allow you to schedule. Okay? It's like this blue tape over here, which I put up on the wall so I don't paint the white trim when I paint the wall. Okay? Sometimes you got to do stuff that you don't want to do, but you get through it. You're going to get through this 221G, okay? Don't stress. You will also book at jail. You will be able to book your visa interview. They're busy. The embassy's busy, guys. Sabrina Russell, I sent my thing on Friday, and today it delivered to Texas. There you go. Your thing, I'm assuming, is your K1 visa application. Francois Livingston, Adriana, that's wonderful. We got approved May 17th. Ajali, please help for the embassy in the Dominican Republic. Now, Ajali, the U.S. Embassy in the Dominican Republic are processing K1 visas. They happen to be busy right now, so they are not allowing anybody to schedule interviews at this time, at this moment. So what? You're going to get a visa interview, okay? But you got to keep looking twice a day, and when you see a day open up, you take it, and then you got to book your biometrics too. The same is happening in the U.S. Embassy in Colombia. Bogota, Colombia is busy. You got to keep checking every day, and then you eventually get an open date, and you jump on there, and you can schedule the interview. But the good news is about the Dominican Republic is that all your documents that are in Spanish, you don't have to translate them into English. Okay? You don't have to do it. But you do for the green card. So, Ajel, when you get to America, okay, that's when you're going to have to get all your documents translated into English for the green card application. The birth certificate, okay, in particular. You don't need a police certificate from the Dominican Republic when you file for your green card, but you do when you go to the K1 visa interview. Let me see. Jay Baxter, it's a bit above 90 degrees here, very hot. Yeah, it's hot. Today was warm. It was hot here. Adriana Sorango Nunez, yes, Diego, I went through an RFE, couldn't achieve it without your help. And congrats, Francois. Adriana and Francois, you're both going to get a Mountain Dew salute, okay? You're both getting a Mountain Dew salute for your approvals. Because you went through you were going through absolute unbelievable stress trying to get this done. But now you got it done. You just needed a little bit of help, and it's no problem. You got it. Sabrina Russell, how long for the NOA1? I sent proof of relationship on last Friday. Well, Sabrina, when you filed for the K1 visa application, I hope you filed more than proof of the relationship. There's a whole lot more to a K1 visa application than the proof of the relationship. You got to include in there a copy of your passport biographic page, your beneficiary's birth certificate, translated into English at this stage, the beneficiary's passport biographic page, photographed in color. But you know, it only takes about a week to 10 days to get the NOA1 letter once you mail it to Louisville, Texas. A week to 10 days, okay? But hopefully you submitted more than just the proof of the relationship. 777, I got my I-129F approved April 1st. That's a Mountain Dew salute. And the NVC shows ready, but no communication from the embassy in Bogota. What would you kindly recommend? God bless your marriage and future. Same to you, también, gracias. But 777, you need to send an email to the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia. And in the subject line, you're going to put the NOA 2-letter receipt number so they can find your case a lot easier. So in the subject line, you're going to put your name, your beneficiary's name, and the receipt number of the NOA 2 letter. And you're going to say, hey, let me see here. You're saying I scheduled an interview for July without being notified? Okay. Well, then you did it. You scheduled the visa interview, right? Did you pay the visa fee? Did you submit the DS-160? You got to submit the DS-160 and print the confirmation page so that your prometida can go to her biometrics with her DS-160 confirmation page. Hopefully you did that, okay? There's a lot more involved than just scheduling a visa interview. You got to pay the $265 visa fee. I think that's what it is. You got to pay the you got to submit the DS-160. There's no charge for that. That's a free form. You got to schedule the biometrics. So if you got a date scheduled for July, good job, Jet 777. That's good work. But make sure you got all the other dots dotted and the T's crossed. So there's no communication from the Bogota embassy. Just send them an email. They'll respond to you eventually, a couple of days. Let me see. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. What's going on, Bud? Now, Bud's Prometida, she's in Thailand. She lives just north, I think, northwest of Bangkok, I think is where she lives. Kelvin Martinez. Kelvin, good night, Diego and Karina. Hola, Kelvin, ¿cómo estás? Kelvin, ¿te gusta tu independencia en Bogotá, sí? Tú es fuerte hombre. Kelvin, tú fuerte hombre. Tu independencia, tu trabajo. Muy bien. Muy bien. Yo feliz para ti, Kelvin. No más Venezuela. Chao, Venezuela. Chao. No más comunista, ¿sí? Tú en Colombia. Libre. Sí, Kelvin. Gracias. Caleb Hertu. Diego, do you know how to get vaccine records in Mexico? Well, you got to go to the doctor who administered the vaccine records. What's the name of the doctor? Where's the doctor? Caleb, what doctor? If you can't, Karina's vaccine records were in Venezuela. She couldn't find them. Her mom couldn't find them, so we just redid all of them in Bogota, Colombia. Okay? Where do you find the vaccine records in Mexico? You got to go to the doctor where your beneficiary lived as a kid and had the vaccines. I mean, that's what you do. You got to go to the source. Where did you get them? Who's the doctor? Francois Livingston, Diego, I realize you have done numerous videos on this, but I don't do anything right now, but wait for the NOA2 letter. Correct? That's correct. Like getting my fiance's birth certificate and police reports. Get those. Francois, get the police certificates. Okay, you got to get the police certificates. You got to get his birth certificate. You should already have that. You should have sent it in with the K1 visa application. If you didn't, okay. But if his birth certificate is in any language other than English, you need to get it translated into English. All right? Is it? I don't know. I can't remember. I think he's from Morocco, living in the UAE. So I don't know if the birth certificates that are issued in Morocco are in English. I don't know. But you need to start getting on top of that right now, Francois Livingston. Get going on that. Get started. Sabrina, yes, sir. I submitted all the documents. Now, I'm Diego. Okay, my dad is Sir. My dad lives in Thailand. He's 84 years old, somewhere like that. Married to a beautiful lady from Thailand. When my mom died, he got remarried to a lady from Thailand and stayed in Thailand. He just stayed there. I said, Dad, where are you? What you doing, man? He says, I'm living in Thailand. And he built a house in Thailand, in Chiang Mai. And he has a restaurant, he has a Thai restaurant. Don't ask me the name of it. I've got no idea. But he's been living in Thailand for like 25 years. Sabrina, so you submitted all the documents. Good job, Sabrina. So you should get your NOA1 letter in about a week to 10 days. Okay? It's pretty quick. Okay? GLK Dog 01. Hey, Diego, I think I made a mistake when I filed for the I-485 and the I-765. I wrote a check only for $1,440. Well, you paid for the green card and you paid for the biometrics, but you didn't include the price for the work permit. When did you mail this off? Was it before April 1st or after April 1st? If you mailed the check off after April 1st, okay, you got an error on. They're going to be looking for that $260, whatever it is, for the work permit. So if you apply for a work permit, it's going to be $1,040 for the green card and the biometrics, and then $265. So it's like $260 for the work permit. So you should have wrote a check for $1,700. You should have wrote a check for $1,700. So their immigration is going to do one of two things. They're either going to send everything back to you and say you didn't include the check for the work permit, or they just process your green card and biometrics and they'll just put your work permit application in the shredder. But they got to get paid. And on April 1st, the price changed. Okay. So you should have wrote a check for $1,700 for the work permit, the green card application, and the biometrics. All you can do is wait and see what happens. Okay. GLK Dog 01, just wait and see what happens. But there's something that's going to happen. Probably they're just going to process the green card and the biometrics. They may just ask you for a check, a separate check for the work permit. They may ask you for that. Let's see what happens, okay? Ajali, it's saying that the day is available, but when I click on it, it's not booking the appointment. The day is available, but when I click on it, it's not booking the appointment. Interesting. So what I need to do is take a look at that Dominican Republic Embassy website and see what's going on with that embassy, with the embassy appointment scheduling. I'll take a look and see what's going on. You should be able to schedule the appointment if it's a day available. The day is available, but when I click on it, it's not booking the appointment. Have you paid the visa fee? Have you submitted the DS-160? I don't know. It could be a problem with the embassy computer, the embassy, the SIAC account, maybe. I'll look into it, but I don't know why it's not letting you book it. Bud Garcia, I have a question on the I-134, page 8, block 21. Do I need to mark I intend? Yes, you intend to support your beneficiary 100%, Bud Garcia. You're going to put an X in the block. Yes, I intend to support my beneficiary. I'm going to provide for her a roof over her head, food in her tummy, medical coverage, money for whatever she needs money for. You're going to put, yes, I intend to support my beneficiary 100% for all of her needs that she or he needs, in your case, she, right? Including medical coverage. You put yes. And then you got to write a little blurb in there. And I've made a video about it. I made a video about the I-134 on what to put in that block. But you're going to tell immigration that you are definitely going to be supporting your beneficiary when she gets here from Thailand. 100%. Okay? With every food, housing, clothing, medical. All right? Let's see here. Make sure I answer that question. So Bud Garcia, yes. On page 8, block 21, you mark yes. I intend to support your beneficiary. You're going to support your beneficiary. Hedrex, on the I-Form 765, page 1, part 2, information about you, but my daughter's name or my name? Your daughter's name. You're not applying for a work permit, Hedrex. You are not applying for a work permit. Your daughter is applying for a work permit. So on page 1, it's going to put, I am applying for, this is your daughter speaking, I am applying for initial permission to accept employment. Information about you. That's your daughter. Her name, her last name, which is her last name from when she, not your last name, her last name, her given name, first name, and her middle name, and then other names used. And then you're going to flip the page over and you're going to fill out where she lives, your address. Okay? This form, the employment document, is all about your daughter. She's applying for a work permit. Hedrex, not you. She is. It's her name. Okay? But your address, because she lives with you, because she's your daughter, right? Stepdaughter. Let me see here. 777, but I'm supposed to get a welcome package form, order scheduled and pay, but without getting the letter with the instructions we're supposed to get. You got to email the embassy and ask for them. Ask for them. Say, look, email the embassy in Bogota and say, look, I need the welcome letter so I can schedule the medical exam in Bogota. So your beneficiary can schedule the medical exam. You got to have the welcome letter from the MVC, the K1 FTP. Did you get the, excuse me, did you get the K1 FTP email from the MVC? The packet 3, packet 4 email is what doctors the Dr. Dennis's address, what office he's at. Okay? You got to ask the embassy for that information. Ask them. They will send it to you. But you got to put your beneficiary's name and receipt number of the NOE2 letter in the subject line of the email to the embassy in Bogota. Let me see. You got it 777. You got to ask the Bogota folks to send that information to you. They'll send it to you. The chef 777. Do you have the website to pay the DS-160? There's no charge for the DS-160. The chef. The DS-160 is free. You have to pay for the consular interview, okay? Not the DS-160. The DS-160 is no charge. And then you schedule the interview once you've paid the visa fee. It says you're logged in there, but you're stuck. So you're trying to pay. Are you in Bogota, Colombia, also for Bogota? Is this for Bogota? Headrex, page 2 on the iPhone 765. Information about you in care of name should put my name or my daughter's name or wife's name. Okay, so you flip the page over, and on page 2 right here, at the top, you're going to put in care of your name because she lives with you. Your stepdaughter lives with Headrex. So right here is going to be in care of you, Headrex. Your name goes here. And then your address goes here. And physical address goes here. Okay? In care of is you. Your stepdaughter is living in care of you. You got it? Not your wife's name. Your wife didn't apply for the green card or the petition for the K1 or K2. You did. GLK Dog 01 after. Angel Tech Diego, I'm not sure if you answered my question. How long does advanced parole take to process? About 3 months. But it's $600 and something. It's crazy. It's over $600 for advanced parole. What? Don't waste your money. Hey, Jolly, look at that super sticker. Thank you, Diego and Karina. I need my fiance here with me. Jolly, you're going to get them. You're going to get together, okay? The embassy are processing K1 visas. They're just a little busy right now. Mountain Dew salute to Ajali for that fantastic super sticker. Thank you. We appreciate you. Now let's see here. But thanks for that super sticker. Let me go on to Chef is talking about Bogota, Colombia. I'm sure, right? Jay Baxter. Wait, the police report and certificate we're supposed to get while at the NOE2 stage. You don't have to. I got Karina's police. Well, Karina, she got them, but I included them in Karina's K1 visa application. Her police certificate from Venezuela and Colombia. I included it in the K1 visa package. But you don't have to. It's just added extra information to help to approve your K1 visa. And look what we got right here. Katie Black. Look at that. Fantastic. Super chat. So we got a super sticker from Ajali and a super chat from Katie Black. And this Mountain Dew is cold, guys. I'm glad because it's like 81 degrees here. Thank you, Katie Black. We appreciate you. And yesterday, Karina, she ate at Hardee's. She had her breakfast at Hardee's. It was a good breakfast, too. It was the big breakfast platter, but we get bacon. Let me see here. Let's not miss anybody's questions. She's the administrator. She knows where I'm at. So let's see here. I think I got those questions, Karina. I got those. So you pay. Okay, so you paid and sent. You've paid for your K1 for your visa interview. You submitted the DS-160, and you submitted the DS-160 777. You paid for the consular interview. You scheduled the visa interview, but you just got to get your information. You have got to get the K1 FTP and the Packet 3, Packet 4 email, because the Packet 3, Packet 4 email's got all the information about the doctor. And Ajali, you're going to get your visa interview. You just got to keep looking. Don't give up, because you're going to click on there one day and go, bang, look, there it is, and it's going to work. But I'm going to check it out and find out what's going on. So 777, what you need to be doing is contacting the embassy in Bogota through their email channel, and in the subject line of the email, make sure you put the receipt number of the NOA2 letter and your beneficiary's name, or else they will not respond to your email. Headrest, you got it, right? I hope you've got it figured out. Jay Baxter, wait, the police report and the police certificate we're supposed to get while the NOA2 stage. Not necessarily. You're good. Don't worry about it. Make sure you got it for the visa interview. How long does an Angel take? How long does an advanced parole take to process? 3 to 4 months. Advanced parole, I don't recommend it. I'm making a video tomorrow about advanced parole. You guys are spending $600+ on advanced parole, but advanced parole doesn't guarantee you a return entry back to the United States. The Border Patrol officer can block you from coming back, even with advanced parole. Okay? I don't recommend advanced parole. Once you get to America, okay, and you get married, wait for your green card before you do anything, before you travel anywhere. Now, you can travel within the United States of America without a green card. You can travel on your passport, your Filipino passport, your Indian passport, your Colombian passport, your Venezuelan passport. You can travel within the United States. Just don't leave America. And don't waste your money on advanced parole. Why do you need it? Why are you applying for advanced parole? For what? You come to America, you get married, you live here. This is your home. If you want to go back and visit family in the future, okay, in a couple of years, once you've got your green card, go visit, go take a vacation. But don't be flying back and forth with an advanced parole document, because there's a good chance you can be denied re-entry. And the Border Patrol officer could say, no, I'm sorry. No, you can't come back. You want to take that chance? Francois Livingston, my fiance is from Morocco. I thought you said once not to do anything because some of those things are good for so long, but I will get it right away. Thank you. Yeah, Francois, get ahead and get it knocked out now. Go get it done. GLK Dog 01, do I really need the work permit, or can I just wait for the Social Security? GLK Dog, it costs $260, $230, I can't remember, for a freaking work permit. It used to be free. You get your work permit, which you pay all that money for, which you could have used to buy probably a nice pair of pants and a nice shirt, maybe a nice, a big 4-course steak dinner somewhere, and then you get your green card in the mail, or go to the green card interview, whatever the case may be. Here's what you should do, guys. Apply for the green card, apply for the biometrics. It's $1,440. Don't waste your money on the work permit. Definitely don't waste your money on the advanced parole document. That's $630 plus 260. That's what, almost $1,000. You want to give that money to immigration? Here, immigration, here. Merry Christmas. Free money for you. How long is that advanced parole good for? 1 year? It's only good for a year. And why do you need it? Because in a year, you're going to get your green card anyway. Right? Don't waste your money, guys. GLK Dog, you don't need the work permit. You really don't. ELK, hello. I sent my I-485 adjustment of status a week ago, but I haven't heard from USCIS. LK, when you submitted your green card application, did you ship it by FedEx, UPS, DHL? And did you include Form G1145 in your application? Let me answer that for me. LK, did you ship it by FedEx, UPS, or DHL? And did you include Form G1145? Bud Garcia, so I need to redo that page because I marked do not. Yes, you do. You got to redo that page, Bud Garcia, because if you put do not, the embassy may not issue your beautiful wife-to-be her K-1 visa. You got to fix that. Cash flow. Yo, buena suerte. Good luck also to Cashflow. I like that name, Cashflow. That's capitalist right there. I love it. Now, I want to give a Mountain Dew salute to the new president of Panama. Okay, the country, the great country of Panama. I've been to Panama. They got a new president, and I want to give a salute to the president of Argentina. Those two presidents right there are going to help fix Central and South America. Ajali, I've done everything. Please, I need your help. Ajali, I'm going to look into it for you, the Dominican Republic, okay? But what you could do while I look into it is you could send an email to the embassy and ask them, what's going on? Why can't you schedule the interview? It says the day's available, but you can't schedule it. Send them an email and ask them why you cannot do that. It could be a technical problem, okay? Look at your processing again. How are you processing this? Okay, are you going through the SIAC account? You click on the Dominican Republic. You come down to then it takes you into their third-party website. Maybe there's a problem there, okay? But I'm going to look into it for you, okay? I'll look into it. Katie Black, hi Diego and Karina. I received this from the NVC in response to an email request I sent. I have not received NOA 2 and actually never received the NOA 1 either. That is what I received. So you received this from the NVC. I have not received the NOA 2. So the National Visa Center is telling you they have not received an NOA 2 letter or an NOA 1 letter. Is that what the NVC is telling you? I'm a little bit confused there, Katie Black. Help me out. Adriana. Hi, Diego. I've watched many videos about the process from NOA 2 to embassy interview, but I keep getting confused. Can we get a small sum up if it's not much to ask for? Sure. I'll go over it for you, Adriana. So from the NOA 2 letter, once you get your NOA 2 letter, once the National Visa Center gets unbusy, the USCIS will mail your approved K-1 visa application to the National Visa Center in New Hampshire. New Hampshire will go over the K-1 visa package. They'll flip through it. If they find any glaring mistakes, they will send it back to USCIS and say, hey, there's a mistake here. If they don't find any mistakes, which is very rare, the National Visa Center will then contact the embassy. Let's suppose Bogota, Colombia, for example. So, hey, Colombia, are you guys busy? Can we send you an approved K-1 visa application to the embassy in Bogota? The embassy will say, we're kind of busy right now. Wait till August. Or they'll say, sure. The NVC will then mail the K-1 visa package off to the embassy in Bogota or Manila, Philippines, or Mumbai, India, wherever it is you guys are watching, London, England, Bogota, Colombia. And the NVC will assign a case number and or an invoice number, okay? The NVC will send the sponsor a welcome letter, the K-1 FTP letter, the email. It's an email. It's not a letter. It's an email. K-1 FTP. You print about 3 or 4 copies of that, and you send a copy to your beneficiary. When I got the K-1 FTP email from the National Visa Center, I sent Karina a copy of it in her email account, and she printed it. Then, once the embassy gets it, it's going to be in ready status. Now, does that mean the embassy is ready to start processing your K-1 visa? Not necessarily. It means that they have your K-1 visa, but they may not be ready, even though they say they're ready. Kind of confusing, right? But the embassy has it, okay? When the embassy gets it, once you get the ready status, send an email to the embassy and say, hey, are you guys busy? Can I start processing my K-1 visa? Can I pay my visa fee? Can I submit the DS-160? Can I schedule the interview? Send them an email and check in with the embassy. And then they will tell you what their status is. No, we're busy right now. Wait a couple of weeks and we'll send you the packet 3, packet 4 email. But that's how it basically works. Adriana, right? You got it? Does that help you? Did it help you? Kind of? Larry Piercy, do I need to schedule biometrics in Thailand? I think it's the same day as the interview. Yes, you got to do it. Bud Garcia, or can I remake the right one? No, you got it. No, Bud Garcia, you cannot change the document. I mean, unless you want to get one of these, this kind of whiteout. I thought I had a whiteout in here. Apparently not anymore. I don't know what happened to it. But what I would do is just reprint the page with the correct information on it, or get some whiteout and white out the little X you put in the wrong box, and then put a big X in the right box. You could do that. 777. What is the email in Bogota? I can't remember. Correo electrónico es en mi cédula. Es en mi cédula. No es lo mismo. Karina's going to go get my cell phone, and I'm going to get the email address to the embassy in Bogota, and I will write it down here for you. Caleb, I tried to email the embassy in Juarez, but it only went to a help desk that said they can't give any information for Juarez. Okay, so they're busy right now. Now, the embassy in Juarez, that's Juarez, Ciudad, which is in Mexico, they schedule the visa interviews for K1s. Okay, there's only one or two embassies in the world that does it, and Mexico is one of them. So you just got to wait on the embassy, Caleb. That's what you're going to do. Katie Black, the National Visa Center has received your petition from U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services. Your embassy case number is, okay, so MNL, so that's Manila. So your beneficiary is in the Philippines, because MNL is the abbreviation for Manila, right? So they received, the National Visa Center has received your petition. So but you should have an NOA-1 and an NOA-2 letter, right? You should have an NOA-1 and an NOA-2 letter somewhere in your house. Let's see here. Katie Black, due to your petition type, you will not receive a request for fee payment or document submission. No, you're in a K1 visa. There's no fee. You already paid the K1 visa fee. When you mailed your K1 visa package to Louisville, Texas, you paid for the visa fee. The next time you're going to pay is for the consular interview at the embassy. Let me see here. Let me find the email account to the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, and then I will type it right here for you guys, for whoever needs it. Right? Let me see. Bear with me, guys. I'm not ignoring you, okay? I'm getting this information, and let's see if I can find it. Usually I can find it. Maybe I have to punch it up on another way. But there's a new process for the embassy in Bogota. Okay, I want to have to look into that. Okay, I'll get it for you by the end of the live stream. Let me see here. Chris and Emma, welcome back. Larry, when are you going to go to Thailand? Katie Black, all case parties will be notified. Yeah, your paperwork is at the NVC. That's where it's at. And Hedrax, got it. Okay, Hedrax. The chef, yes, for Bogota, and I'm trying to pay the visa fee. Also, I emailed the embassy 3 times with the receipt number on subject line, and only received automated messages. So they're busy. That's why that happens. Cash flow, expect the government to delay you 2 months for 15 years. More info. Hedrax, on the work permit is $260 to green card, $1,440 on the check. Put $1,700. That's correct. If you want to waste your money on the work permit, it's a waste of money, because you're going to get the green card right after you get the work permit. You have to pay $1,700. Don't waste your money on the work permit. Cash flow. Karina, your food, American food. Aquí, mi amor. Organic food. Caleb, ready status means that you have cases arrived at the embassy, correct? That's correct. I can't get in contact with the embassy. The email doesn't work, and the phone is just a robot. Then you're going to just have to wait for the embassy to contact you, because that's in Mexico. Let me see here. Hedrax, my daughter is 9 years old. Does she need the work permit? Yeah, get it if you want to. If you want to get your 9-year-old a work permit and pay $260, go ahead. But to me, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. Just wait for her green card. I wouldn't waste your money, Hedrex. Okay? Honestly. Caleb, I thought it will say issued after the interview is approved. That's correct. Once you have gone to your K1 visa interview, the status will go to approved. Then, when the K1 visa is embossed in the passport, it will go to issued. Then you go pick it up. Cash flow, because USA is a rip-off price, we can live in Argentina. More cheaper, más barato. Argentina is a pretty inexpensive place to live. So is Colombia. So is Panama. South America is an inexpensive place to live. Larry Piercy, why does everyone want to go back? Advanced parole, just party? Larry Piercy, I have no idea why anybody would want to get an advanced parole document. Number one, it's a 50-50 shot. You may not be allowed to come back into America because the Border Patrol officer is going to say, you just got to America, you just got married, and now you've left and you went back to the place you left. Why did you do that? I thought you were going to live in America and settle down. Why do you, it's not a good idea. Let me see here. Cash flow, it does change, approved, then issued. It takes some time. Then they call you to tell you to pick it up. That's for Mexico. That's correct. Let me see here. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Jay Baxter, hey, Bud O'Larry, how much did your police report cost in Thailand? That's a good question. It was free in Colombia. It's free in Venezuela. Francois Livingston, our police report's a lot of pages. I hope not. I hope they're not a lot of pages because Spanish group charges $24.99 a page. No, Karina's police certificate is a certificate. It's one page. It says Karina's a good person and she didn't cause any trouble in Venezuela. And then our Colombian one said, Karina's a good person. She didn't cause any trouble in Colombia. It was one page, a certificate. And it's easy. It was one page. But if it's in Spanish, okay, it was in Spanish, but she didn't have to get it translated for the embassy in Bogota. And you don't have to include police certificates in the green card application. Jay Baxter, I know in some countries you can request the police station to issue it in English. There you go. That's a good post right there. Easy E, LK, only a week. It's still too early. It can take up to 30 days for them to send you a receipt letter. Francois to Jay Baxter, if that is true, it will be great. Adriana Sarango Nunez, NOA2. NOA2, okay, so the NOA2 is the approval, right? From the NOA2, you're going to wait for the NVC welcome letter. Then you're going to wait for the in-transit status. The airplane's going to fly your package off. You're going to get the NVC welcome letter, which is an email with the case number. Then you're going to get ready status from the embassy. And then you're going to start the process. Katie Black, no, NVC has not sent NOA2 welcome letter, but look below, there is more to the question. Thank you. All right, Katie Black, I want to answer all your questions. I want to answer everything. Jay Baxter, from what I was previously told, when you request it, say you need it also translated to English for the embassy. You can do that. Ajali, do you know the proper email address to send an email? I'm trying to book the interview through US Travel Docs. That's where you do it. That's the place you go. Let me see if I can find the email to Bogota again. I'm trying to find this embassy email. Maybe Karina knows better than I do. But, they got this new special contact form. It's called IV contact form. So if you want to email the embassy in Bogota, this is where you do it. Right here. It's right here. Okay, an official website of the United States government. Contact us. So you Google U.S. Embassy Bogota, Colombia. Go to the contact us, the contact us login, and then you put in the receipt number of your NOA2 letter. It's easy to do. I just looked it up right here. And Ajali, you're going to the right place. U.S. Travel Docs is a third-party company the U.S. State Department uses, okay, to help you process K-1 visas. So you're in the right place. So there's probably a problem in the U.S. Travel Docs. I'm going to find out for you, okay? Francois, to Jay Baxter, thank you. I will tell my fiance. Jay Baxter, I haven't done it yet, but from all the videos I've watched, that's why they say the same for the medical exam. Do you tell them it needs to be in English for the embassy? All medical exams will be in English at every embassy around the world. Wherever you go, the medical exam will be on a Form 693. The Form 693 is in English. I just did that because I'm thirsty. Let me see. Larry Piercy, well, I need to contact the embassy for biometrics. Bud Garcia knows the answer to the biometrics secret. Larry, ask Bud Garcia how he scheduled the biometrics for Thailand. Bud Garcia has done it. He can tell you. Adriana Nunes, hi Diego. Is it common that the MVC returns packet to USCIS? Very rare. It's very rare. 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000. There was an individual. He hired an immigration attorney to fill out his K-1 visa package, and the immigration attorney filled out the date of birth incorrectly, put the passport number in incorrectly, put the names incorrectly. It went through USCIS. They didn't catch it. USCIS approved sent him an NOA-2 letter. It went to the MVC. The National Visa Center got it and looked at it and said, what the heck? Why does the date of birth not match the passport date of birth? Why does this passport number not match the passport number in the passport? MVC sent it back to USCIS. It was an immigration attorney who put together this crappy K-1 visa package for the individual. It is very, very, very important that if you do have an immigration attorney, okay, let's suppose you hired one, you paid him $4,000 to do this easy process, make sure before the immigration attorney mails your K-1 visa package off to Louisville, Texas, that you, Mr. Sponsor, review everything on that I-129F. Do not let your immigration attorney mail your package off without you checking it, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor. I bet you catch some mistakes. Okay, I'm trying to save you a headache. Let's see here. Larry Piercy, C&E Thailand, June 16th. Francois. Adriana, think positive. We made it this far, so let's be positive. Adriana, you're good to go, Adriana. You got everything done. Katie Black, never received either one and sent a FOIA request to get a copy of the NOA-1, and response was that it was not found. I expect the NOA-2 may arrive sometime soon. Don't worry if you didn't get the NOA-1 letter, KD Black. Don't worry. If you didn't get your NOA-1 letter, don't worry about it. But you need the NOA-2 letter. You got to have the NOA-2 letter. The NOA-2 letter's got your fiance's alien receipt number, her alien ID number on it under her name. Okay? It's got the approval of your K-1 visa. You got to bring a copy of the NOA-2 letter to the K-1 visa interview at the embassy, and you got to include the NOA-2 letter, a copy of it, in the green card application. But don't worry about the NOA-1 letter. Larry Piercy, C&E interview July 2nd. Jay Baxter, wish I had transferred it to the embassy already, Larry, and I'm scheduled the interview. Larry Piercy, you can work at 9 years old. It's just a document, Larry, to enable the 9-year-old to get her Social Security card a little earlier. That's all. It's not that so she can work. It's just giving her legal status in the United States a little earlier. That's all it is. But it's a waste of money. Now you got to pay for it. Don't waste your money. Julian ALO. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. How are you? We're good. I wanted to ask if you submitted all the documents for the adjustment of status. Did they send you any notification by mailbox or email or phone number? They sent me a text message in my phone right here. Ding. We received Karina's green card application, and in that text message was her receipt number, IOE number. Okay? I went, hey, Karina, immigrate. It was in 5 days, 4 or 5 days. They sent a text message. Why? Because I put it on the GL 1145 form, the GL 1145. Took 5 days. Larry Pierce, J1. I didn't understand that. Larry, it's less than $100. And look at that, 777. Look at that super chat, man. Listen up. That's very generous of you, okay, 777. But I want you to understand that you're good to go, okay? And we appreciate you. But you got to get those, the K1 FTP letter, and you got to get that and the packet 3, packet 4 email, because the packet 3, packet 4 email basically tells you where the doctor's office is located at, Dr. Dennis. If you don't know where it is, if you don't get that email, let me know, and I'll give you the directions to the doctor's office in Bogota. And Jose, that was Karina's brother, just sent a text message. Thanks for that fantastic super chat there, 777. We appreciate you very much. Let's see here. Larry Piercy's talking about $100. What is that for? A police certificate? I don't even know what that is. Headrex. That means we don't need the work permit, I-765. No, Headrex. Take that work permit, the form 765, and put it through the shredder. Okay? Put it through the shredder. Save your money. Put that $260. Go take your daughter out. Okay, go take her to CC's Pizza and have a big CC's Pizza party. Do something with the money other than give it to immigration. Okay? Just wait for the green card. That's all you got to do. You don't have to file for a work permit. It's not mandatory. Francois, thank you so much. I hope I don't drive you crazy from now till the interview. I got to be honest, I'm super nervous. No, Francois, you're good. You are good. We're gonna pull you over the finish line, okay? We're pulling you over. We're gonna pull you over the finish line. Harold A, I tried Diego, doesn't work. Can you send me the email, please, for Bogota? Okay. Let's see here. I gotta put on my crazy glasses, okay? Because I can't see squat. And I'm gonna find the email address to Bogota. Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to write it in this computer, okay? So I'm technically challenged on this. This is the email address to Bogota, Colombia. Let me see here. Well, that's the non-immigrant. You don't want to send it there. You want to send it to the immigrant. Let me see. I'm going to have to find it, okay? I've had it. I had it before. There it is, right here. All right, Karina. Thank you, Karina. She wrote it down pretty much. She remembered what it was. I'm not ignoring you, but I've got to look closely here. And this is the email. Now write it down, guys, because that's the email address to the U.S. Embassy in Bogota. Did it show up? Did it show up, guys? I don't even know if it showed up. Adriana Sorango, look at that super chat. I just caught that. Adriana, thank you. We appreciate, man. That's a Mountain Dew salute for 777 and Adriana. A massive Mountain Dew salute, guys. We appreciate you. And Larry Piercy's talking about baht. I guess he's talking about changing American dollars into Thai baht. I don't know. 777, got it. Muchísimas gracias. De nada. No, es con mucho gusto. Karina is teaching me Spanish, okay? Karina, eres afortunada de tener un hombre tan especial. Oh, come on now. Sudarlo mucho. Brother, you are blessed. Never stop being you. Millions of blessings. Hang out with us here on the channel. When you're here, you're in the whole world is watching you, okay? The whole world is watching you. 160 countries are watching you. Beautiful, beautiful India, beautiful Philippines, Australia is beautiful. England, United Kingdom, Scotland. I had somebody on here from Scotland. People from Venezuela, Peru, Argentina, Germany, where? The Dominican Republic. Guys, Brazil, lots of people from Brazil. I can't hide anywhere anymore. I was in Bogota, Colombia with Karina. We were walking through the bus station, and I heard this lady, Diego, Diego. I'm like, what the heck? I said, I'm in a bus station in Bogota, and somebody was yelling for me. And Karina's like, what? Who's that? I don't know. And she came over. Her name was Jennifer, and she said, hey, Diego and Karina, it's me, Jennifer. I've been following your channel. I said, it's not my channel, it's your channel. So I'm in Colombia, and somebody recognized us in a foreign country. Anyway, let's see. Harold, that I put the email address to the embassy. Did you get it? I don't even know if you got it. And Adriana, thank you for that super chat. That's a super sticker. That's a super sticker. 777, no problem. Adriana, to Francois, stay positive. And Larry Piercy's talking about Thai money. Katie Black, thank you. I'm right now sending a FOIA request for the NOA2. You got to have the NOA2 letter. Okay? You got to have it. It's got the alien registration number, the alien number of your beneficiary, and you got to have the NOA2 letter for the K1 visa interview and for the green card application. It's got to have it. Bud Garcia, when I get to Thailand this week, I will find out because I will call the embassy. Jay Baxter, I'm still waiting for my NVC welcome letter. So maybe around October to February. What? No, it's going to be before that. That's too long, Jay Baxter. Bud Garcia, I will find out about the medical price. Now remember, when you go for your medical exam, Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary, whatever the doctor's price is whatever the doctor's price is. In Bogota, Colombia, it was like $400, something like that. In the United Arab Emirates, it's like $1,000 for the medical exam. In Argentina, in Brazil, in Peru, in Panama, in South America, the civil surgeon is contracted by the U.S. government to provide this medical service to get a medical interview for beneficiaries so they can get their K1 visa approved. The doctors in the countries decide how much they're going to charge. Okay? And I have written the email address to the embassy in Bogota, ivbogota@state.gov. Jay Baxter, thanks. I'm looking forward to your advanced information. He's talking. And Bud Garcia, do you have an interview appointment? Jay Baxter. And Harold A., thanks for the email. You got it. Now remember, Harold, when you send an email to the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia, you got to put the NOA2 letter receipt number in the subject line and your beneficiary's name. And in the meter of the email, you got to put her full name, her passport number, the receipt number again, and the question that you have for immigration. Jay Baxter, I can't schedule one yet since the embassy hasn't informed me they received my package. So you only have your NOA2 letter. Okay, so you're waiting for the MVC welcome letter. Bud Garcia, I have to get hard on the last things. Larry Piercy, don't go, Bud, you're a wanted man. Larry. Okay. Bud Garcia, I will try to help with the questions from Thailand. Yeah, Bud Garcia, help Larry. Okay, help the folks from and also Jay Baxter. They got prometidas in Thailand. Okay, you've gone through this with them. You know the process. Harold A. is the email for Bogota. I just wrote it right here. You want me to write it again? Here's the email to the embassy in Bogota. Boom, there you go. I just wrote it again for you. Francois, it's $1,000 in the United Arab Emirates, as in US dollars. It's about for the medical exam. That's what the last person was said it cost. Adriana Nunez, hi Diego, do I get my medical exam once I see the ready status or before that? Okay, you schedule the medical exam 2 weeks before your visa interview. So once you schedule the visa interview, let's suppose you schedule the visa interview for, I don't know, July 30th. Back date, come back 14 days from July 30th. That's when you want to get your medical exam, about 2 weeks before the visa interview, okay? You got it, Adriana? You got it? Tell me you understand that. Ayandra Viana, hi Diego and Karina. I sent my package to the adjustment of status at the end of March. No news so far. This is a process of waiting. It's waiting and waiting and waiting. But now I'm waiting with my wife. Thank you guys for keeping us going. Come on, Ayandra. Karina's waiting too. She's waiting for her green card. Okay? Just like you. It's a waiting game. Just hang out with us and chill out. Come drink. Go get some Mountain Dew. Go hang out with us. We'll keep you positive. We'll keep Mountain Dew in business. And we're going to get you through this process. Be patient, okay? And don't be going on your phone every day checking the status of your green card. What's the status? What's the status? You're going to get brain damage. But good job, Ayandra Viana. Francois Livingston, you have been right on target every step of the way. So in your opinion, what is the time frame from this point on, please? And thank you. Okay, so you're going to wait for the embassy welcome letter, Francois. Give that about 2 months. Okay, then it's going to go to the embassy. Give that about another 2 months. So you're in about 4 to 5 months left in this process. Okay, Francois? 4 to 5 months left. Larry Piercy, help, bud. What's up, Larry? You need help? What do you need help for? Adriana Nunes, I did, thanks. Okay, there you go. Francois Livingston, ouch. What did you do? It sounds like Francois just got some vaccinations. It's like, ouch. And Larry Piercy, Francois, because his move. Bud Garcia, Jay Baxter, if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, right. Ask the questions here. This is your YouTube channel, guys. This is for you to use, okay? This is for you guys to use and talk to each other and communicate and interconnect with each other. Headrax, do we have to pay for the IA-64 form or it's free? It's free. Headrax, you are paying for the green card application, which is the 485, and you're paying for the biometrics. Take that work permit and run it through the shredder and put that $260 back in your bank account and don't be paying for that. You're going to write a check to U.S. Department of Homeland Security for $1,440. That's for the green card and that's for the biometrics. The 864 is just an affidavit of support. There's no charge. What you're paying for is the green card process. Larry Piercy, Diego, I got an A+ on the I-134, but now biometrics. We did not cover the biometrics. Well, you're going to get a Mountain Dew salute, Larry, for the A+ on your I-134. And Bud Garcia is going to get you through the biometrics because every embassy has a different process, okay? The embassy in Thailand, the U.S. Embassy in Thailand has a different process than the embassy in Bogota, Colombia. The biometrics, you've already paid for it. When you scheduled the visa interview in Bangkok, Thailand, the embassy, Larry, that visa fee included the price of paying for the biometrics, which is $85, but it's all included. Okay? And it's not difficult to get the biometrics done in Bangkok, Thailand. It's not difficult. It's easy peasy. And Headrax says no charge for the I-864. The total cost is $1,440. Francois, Larry Piercy, eventually we'll move, but as of right now, we're stuck here. Yeah, Francois is in upstate New York. And the state of New York, okay, they like to tax their citizens. You know, the government of New York State seems to think that the citizens are their slaves and that every dollar that a citizen makes in New York, they got to give half of it to the government so the government can go waste it on some stupid project that doesn't work. Okay? Francois, we're going to get you out of New York State, and our friends in California, if we can get you out of California, we'll get you into Nevada or Texas or even Washington State. That would be much better, right, than living in California and living in New York. It's like two communist countries on the West Coast and the East Coast, and they're just destroying their economies. The economy of California is in the toilet. The economy of New York is in the toilet. So we're going to get Francois out of New York. Get her somewhere where she can make money and not give it to the government. Adriana Sarango Nunez, not much longer. You're at the finish line. Larry Piercy, France. No one is stuck. Well, with Francois, she needs to wait until her soon-to-be husband gets his green card in his hand. You don't want to be moving from one place to another when you're in the middle of a green card application. What happens? So let's suppose you live in Texas and you move to Florida and you're still waiting for your green card. So you notify immigration, oh, by the way, I live in Florida now. I don't live in Texas. This is my new address. You fill out form AR11. Okay, so immigration updates their records to say that you moved to Florida. But what if they did that and your green card was just mailed and it was mailed to Texas? You do not want to move in the middle of a green card application. You move when you get the green card in your hand. When you have the green card in your hand and you're touching it, that's when you get the heck out of California and New York and move somewhere where you can live more freely. And Francois, I was saying, ouch to the price of the medical exam in the UAE. It's expensive. Vina Bob, you missed my question. Well, Vina Bob, let me see if I can find it. I don't want to miss anybody's question. Let's see here. I don't know how to work this thing. Karina, find Vina Bob's question. I don't want to miss his question. Where is it? Vina Bob. Hi, Diego. Good evening. Do you really have to get a work permit to work in the USA? I think you can use your green card and social security number. Vina Bob, you don't need a work permit. Just apply for the green card, pay for the green card and the biometrics. When you get your green card, you can work, live, and play in the United States of America for 2 years. Once those 2 years is up and your probationary green card is up, you got to apply for a 10-year green card 3 months before the 2-year green card expires. So you got your 2-year green card. Boom. Apply for your 10-year green card. You don't need a work permit. Don't apply for work permits, guys. Don't waste the money. You don't have to do it. Francois, look at that. 2 double super chats, one after the other. Man, I got so much Mountain Dew in me today. Francois number 1. Francois number 2. Double Mountain Dew salutes to Francois. Francois, we went to Hardee's yesterday, and Karina had her big breakfast with the bacon. And she loves American food, okay? She's getting used to, she said, what is biscuits and gravy? She had no idea what biscuits and gravy was. I said, well, eat it and see if you like it. And she said, what is it? I said, I don't know. I just eat it. I don't know what it is. So she's eating her biscuits and gravy with her bacon and eggs and all that. And she said, man, this is good. So Karina's got hooked on American biscuits and gravy. It's a Southern thing, I'm sure. And thank you, Francois, for those super chats. Mr. Somebody, your wife is beautiful, Diego. What is your age gap? We're like 20 years apart and about 2 inches apart. We're 20 years and about what? 2 inches? 20 years. Guys, don't worry about a big age gap, all right? Immigration attorney's going to say, oh, you got a big age gap. You got to hire me to make sure you get approved. Maybe. You don't. Immigration couldn't care less about the age. All they care about is, do you guys love each other? Are you in a real relationship, and can you prove it? That's all you got to do. So now Karina's going to put up with me, the old grouchy retired Navy senior chief. Francois, Larry Piercy, Diego doesn't recommend moving now, but to wait after the green card. Listen, Francois, listen to me. Do not move until you get the green card in your husband-to-be's hand. When he has his green card in his hand, then you're gonna get the heck out of New York and find a place to live that's going to double your paycheck. If you live in Florida, you don't pay income on your income. There's no state taxes here. If you live in Texas, there's no state taxes. If you live in Nevada, there's no state taxes. Washington State, there's no state taxes. Tennessee, no state taxes. California and New York suck for taxes. They're ran by communists. The governor of California is a full-blown commie, okay? Trust me, it's my opinion, but just look at his actions. Look what he's doing to the people of California. This got the highest homeless problem in the freaking whole United States. People can't afford to buy a house in California. You can buy a double-wide trailer in California. It's going to cost you $1 million. Why is that? Why? Why is that? Because the government sucks in California and New York. Larry Pierce, let me see, Francois, none of those states. I want to move. I love the Carolinas or Florida. I would recommend South Carolina, Francois. I lived in South Carolina for 4 years, and I was in the United States Navy, and I served at the naval base in South Carolina for 4 years. It's very cold in the wintertime, but it's a very beautiful state. South Carolina, very historical, lots of history. I mean, it's a beautiful place. North Carolina is nice also. The Carolinas have got fantastic scenery, but get the heck out of New York. Larry Piercy, Mr. Somebody is feeling guilty. Bud Garcia is talking to Jay Baxter. Yeah, Bud Garcia and Jay Baxter, you guys need to get and share phone numbers with each other. Share it so you can text each other. Don't be in Facebook, okay? Get rid of that Facebook garbage, but text each other on your cell phones. Jay Baxter, all righty, I won't be back to Thailand until an interview, maybe near the end of the year. That's okay. Francois Livingston, Mr. Somebody is asking too much personal questions that is none of his business. We're 20 years apart, and I got no problem with the age gap. Korea's got no problem with it. The people who have a problem with it, they're jealous. They're jealous little puppies, and they run around chasing the tail. But we don't chase. We don't do that. We're adults. We're the adults in the room. Jay Baxter, oh, you leave in 3 days. That's a long flight. Oh yeah, that's a long flight. Larry Piercy making bacon. Jay Baxter, me and my fiance are about 16 years apart. There you go. We're 20 years. So what? Who cares? Larry Piercy, I like dog cursing commies. I don't like communists, Larry Piercy. I don't like communists. Karina came from a communist country. It destroyed her country. It destroyed her family. She lost her house. She lost her bank account. Maduro, and now the president of Iran, okay, he was just in a helicopter crash, right? Now we love the people of Iran, and the people of Iran are having a big party right now. They're having a big festival. They're shooting fireworks up into the sky. Why? Because their brutal dictator of a president just got killed in a helicopter crash. The people of Iran, we love you guys. It's unfortunate you got to put up with these evil people in your government. What kind of helicopter was this guy flying in? He was flying in an American-made Bell 3, I believe it was, or a Bell 2 helicopter that was like 40 years old. So the United States government, in their infinite wisdom, sold the freaking Iranian government our military hardware, our helicopters, our planes. The same for freaking Venezuela. The Venezuelan Air Force are using 1980s Tomcat fighter planes without the parts. Why do we sell these countries our freaking stuff? I mean, I'm serious. Anyway, Francois, Mr. We're all good, Francois. Larry Piercy, do you learn red, Fran? Because it's not, stay there. Francois is not going to live in New York. She's going to leave as soon as her new husband gets his green card, and then he's secure. You don't want to be messing around with immigration and changing addresses midfield in the middle of a game.
You're running to the end zone. You got the ball and you're fixing to touch down, and then all of a sudden the coach blows the whistle, says, "Nah, stop. We're gonna redo the play." No. If you're in the middle of a green card application or a K-1 visa application, do not move until you have completed the mission. You got it? Let me see here. Bud Garcia, it's a long flight, but it's worth it. Absolutely. My dad made it to Thailand. Francois Livingston, age is just a number. I don't understand why people in society are so obsessed with an age difference. We couldn't care less what other people think. If you live your life worrying about what other people think, you're going to have a headache, you know? So we're good. I got itchy nose though. Antonio, only Americans are worried about age difference when it comes to relationships. If the two parties are grown, what's the problem? Antonio is correct. Is right. You know, I was in Colombia for 2.5 years. I mean, like Latinas, right? They prefer older guys because we're mature. We're not playing video games all freaking day. We're not on our skateboards, skateboarding down the street. No, what are we doing? We're stable, mature adults, right? Antonio, you're right. In South America, there's no big deal about an age gap with anybody. Really, there isn't. I think in the Philippines also, there's no big deal. Larry Piercy, my fiance is 50 years younger. I gave her bubble gum in Vietnam. Larry, you knucklehead. Bud Garcia, I sent me a message and I will respond. Good. Francois, I'm older than my fiance, and if the couple aren't too worried about it, but the people outside the relationship make it their nosy business. They stick their nose in your business. Like, what the heck, right? Do they pay my bills? No, they don't. Francois, you get a Mountain Dew salute for that, right? That's right. There you go. When I'm walking through Walmart and Karina's holding onto my arm, she likes to hold onto my arm. And if you get one of those hypocritical idiots that go, man, look at what's going on with that couple, we laugh at them. I'll give them the Mountain Dew salute with my right hand. There is no age gaps, no big deal in any relationship as long as you love each other. That's all that matters. Francois, way to go, Larry Piercy. I wish you both nothing but the best. Yeah, Larry's a good guy. Jay Baxter, my family is okay with it, and her family is okay with it. Just strangers always make a big deal about the age gap. Well, you know what? The thing about strangers is this: you don't send them Christmas cards, you don't send them birthday cards, you got no interaction with them, so it's irrelevant. Okay, you guys got to get yourself a backbone. Be stoic. All right, be stoic. Just laugh at people. If somebody has an opposing opinion with you politically, that's okay. I'm conservative independent. Karina's conservative independent. And our neighbor down the street, he's a far left liberal commie, Democrat. But I don't bring up politics when I see him in the street. I don't. I wouldn't bring up politics because I would win. I would defeat him in an argument in about 2 minutes. All right. If I make $100, I want to keep $90 and give $10 to the government to maintain the schools and the military. But in New York or California, if you make $100, you got to give half of it to the freaking government. It's insane. Mr. Somebody, how did you meet your wife? Well, I met her for the first time at El Dorado Airport in Bogota, Colombia. That's how I met her, at the airport. Hello, hola, ¿cómo estás? Francois, I'm sorry, Diego, but this age gap is touchy thing because people are something else about it. Yeah, just laugh at him, Francois. Laugh at it. I don't, I'm whatever. Let me see here. Yassir Yousfi, DQ in March 20, documentally qualified. So you're on a spousal visa, Yassir, right? I'm going to translate this stuff for everybody else. DQ means documentally qualified. That's at the National Visa Center on March 22nd. CR1 in Morocco, which is a spousal visa. The people they called for the interview are those DQ in February. Any ideas when our turn will be? Probably you were DQ'd in March, probably June, end of June. Yes, sir, end of June. I know exactly what you're talking about. Bud Garcia, Baxter, do you have the Line app or do you have the WhatsApp? We use, when I was in Florida and Karina was in Colombia, we used WhatsApp. It was great. But I don't even need this stupid iPhone. I gave this to Karina. Look at that picture on the front. You like that? Isn't that cool? I don't even use the freaking phone. Let me see. Larry Piercy. Maybe it's 5 years difference, 55 years difference. Larry Piercy, if you got a 55-year age difference between you and your wife, it's irrelevant. As long as you guys love each other, it's irrelevant. Antonio, I added my wife on my bank today. Is it okay if she doesn't have my last name yet? Perfectly fine. On her debit card, or should my last name be on my debit card and other documents? Antonio, you want to put your wife's last name, your last name. Karina took my last name, and it's on the bank statements. It's on everything. The trash bill, the water bill, the garbage bill. Karina Ross. But the only way she could do that was by getting her social security number early. So we got to America. We got married on the beach here in Florida on January 14th of 2024. And then we went and got her social security card. Okay. And then we went to the bank, and the social security, the bank clerk said, "What's your name?" And she said, "Karina Ross." And that's how she got added to the bank with my last name. Was Karina's last name. But she had to have a social security number to do that. Francois, Karina, you are my inspiration. I was worried about our age gap, but not anymore. Francois, chill out. Age is no big deal. Okay? It's the attitude. Yeah, you got to have the right attitude. You got to love each other. You got to care about each other. You know, I protect Karina. Karina protects me. Everything's good. Larry Piercy, my fiance can't find anyone older. Larry, you're the oldest person in Pensacola, right? Could have been my mother-in-law's daddy. Bud Garcia, send me a line message. Okay, you guys are communicating. That's good, Bud. Adriana Sarango Nunez, thank you, Diego and Karina, for being such an inspiration for all of us. Adriana, that's a Mountain Dew salute. I got a little bit left. Look, Adriana, we're going to pull you guys over the finish line. We're going to help build your mental strength. You got to be strong right here. Okay, you got to be mentally strong to go through this process, whether it's a K1 or a spousal visa. You got to be mentally strong. And you got to have cash flow because you got to be able to pay, right? The plane tickets, the hotels, the visa fees. So it's not an easy process. Immigration have put together a process that is so freaking difficult, okay, that not everybody can qualify for it. That's the bottom line. But who created the K1 visa? Who created the K1 visa? Vietnam veterans. Vietnam veterans, when U.S. GIs were in Vietnam, okay, during the Vietnam War, they were meeting Vietnamese women. Remember, it was the U.S. government and the Vietnamese government that didn't get along, but we loved the people of Vietnam. They weren't the problem. The problem was the governments, right? Always. So GIs, American GIs, were meeting Vietnamese women, and they were trying to get married to them. But the U.S. government and the Vietnamese government were given problems with visas and this and that. So all these GIs said, "Well, look, I'm not going to re-enlist unless you fix this problem. Forget about it. You want me to come back and do another tour here? I can't even bring my fiance back to the United States." So the Congress of the United States created the K1 visa process for American GIs in the Vietnam conflict. That's how it was started in the 70s. So if you just got approved for a K1 visa, you need to thank a Vietnam veteran. Adriana, we're here for you, Adriana. Ajali, There is a saying, I don't remember my check being short because you had issues with me. There you go. That's exactly right. Larry Piercy, Antonio, I put my wife on the bank account and she took all the money, but I didn't know for a month. Larry Piercy, you're telling stories. Mentiras. Antonio, okay, we are waiting for her social security number to come in the mail. Should be any day now. And when you get it, Antonio, when you get her social security number, go to the bank, open up a joint account, wait a month. When the bank statements come in with her name on it and your name on it, you put that information in the green card application. Remember, when Karina got here, we got married, we got her social security number, and then I put her on the bank, the title to the car, the BJ's wholesale club. She's on the trash bill, the water bill, the electric bill. She's on every bill I can find. Okay. We went to get her a library card, but I couldn't get her a library card because we didn't have an ID with the address on it yet. So they said we couldn't do that. I'm like, well, I'm not going to worry about a freaking library card. Boom. When you submit your green card application, make sure it is very, very strong. You can prove you guys live together. You're on the apartment lease. You're on the deed to the house. If you live in an RV, she's on the title to the RV. Wherever it is you live. If you live in a trailer park, that's no problem. It's all good. Make sure her name is on the lease to the apartment or the trailer or whatever, or the house. Let me see here. So Antonio, don't be in a big rush to submit the green card application. First, you got to put a strong package together. Adriana, Diego, I already have a social security number because I was J1. Okay. When I got married, how do I change my last name? When you get your green card, you go back to the Social Security office and update your status. When Karina gets her green card and or work permit, she's going to go back to the Social Security Administration with her green card and say, okay, I want to update my status to legal permanent residence. It's very easy to do. And then Social Security office will mail Karina a new Social Security card. The Social Security number doesn't change, but her status will change, and her current Social Security card says Karina and her maiden name. When we go back down to the Social Security office with her green card, they will change her name to Karina Ross and mail her a new Social Security card with Karina Ross on it. But that's it. It's easy. Let me see here. Antonio, how are yours names listed on the bills? Karina's took my name. Our water bill, our electric bill, our trash bill, everything is Karina Ross. Diego Ross, Karina Ross. We're equal. I wish I had one here to show you. I don't have one. I'll show you. David Patch. Hi, Diego. Great news. My fiance leaves Hong Kong to come to the U.S. at 11 a.m. Hong Kong time. That's a Mountain Dew salute. I cannot wait. It's been a long journey. David Patch, it's been a long journey. Now, if I remember, she leaves Hong Kong, but isn't she from the Philippines? I can't remember. I think she's from the Philippines originally, right? Mountain Dew salute to David. Francois Livingston, Ajali, I absolutely love the quote you posted. I do too. We do. Nosotros. Vina Bob, my husband, 25 years older than me, and we are very much happy. Been together for 5 years. Vina Bob. That's a Mountain Dew salute. Absolutely. And if you're, just don't worry about what other people think, guys. Let's suppose you get a family member who sticks his or her nose into your business and says, let's suppose somebody said, let's suppose your brother, for example, said, hey, your wife's like 20 years younger. Is that like a big problem? I don't like that. That's a problem for me. You know what? You tell your brother or sister or family member to pack sand, okay, very respectfully. And you say, that Christmas card you used to get every year from me? Well, forget about it. You ain't getting it anymore. You got to cut those toxic people out of your life, guys. Toxic people, you got to cut them out of your life. They will bring you down. They will make you sad, and they don't do anything positive. Cut them out of your life. Seriously, you got to be able to do that without having. Don't let your heart control everything. Use your brain. Larry Piercy, I remember helping change things while I was in Vietnam with fiancé visas. So there you go. So Larry Piercy was part of that process, helping create the K1 visa. Okay. Ajali, thank you, Francois. Francois Livingston, Diego, since we are on the age gap subject, why is it no big deal when a man is older than the woman, but it's the end of the world for the woman is older than the man? Inquiring minds want to know. It's the culture that people are raised up in. Okay. Why do kids today in college say we live in a democracy? The United States isn't a democracy. The United States is a constitutional republic. Communist Venezuela is a democracy. If we were a democracy, California and New York would be controlling the United States because they would have got rid of the Electoral College. So why is it that women being older than the men is a bigger problem? Because men can't handle the truth. Men don't like that. Okay? So the problem isn't so much the age gap, the problem is the person. It's the person who's the problem. So what do you do with that person who's a problem in your life because they don't agree with you being married to a younger guy? You take that toxic person and remove them from your life. And you carry on with a big smile on your face. Grande sonrisa. Larry Piercy, someday when you're a little older, Francois, I will explain some things. Francois, hey, Antonio. Well said, Diego. Please give Antonio a Mountain Dew salute for what he said. Mountain Dew salute to Antonio. I don't have much Mountain Dew left, but guys, you did great on Super Chats today, so we're good. So I'll be able to stock up more. Larry stocked us up already. Ajali, Francois, if it makes you feel better, me and my fiance have an age gap as well, and I'm older. It doesn't matter. If the woman's older than the guy, okay, it's all good. If the guy's older than the girl, it's all good. It's irrelevant. You just got to cut these toxic people out of your lives, guys. Just got to get rid of them. Cross them off your Christmas card list. My circle's like this. Larry Piercy, a cougar for me would have to be in her hundreds. Larry. GLK Dog 01, hey Diego, do you really need the work permit? No. Or can I just wait for the Social Security card? GLK Dog, let me explain something to you. You cannot work in the United States with a Social Security number. You got to have a green card. It's a waste of money applying for the work permit because you're going to get the green card right after you get the work permit. So you're paying double for something that you can only use for temporary. The green card's good for 2 years. Apply for the green card and do the biometrics. Apply for the Social Security card. When you get your green card and your Social Security number, and those two are married to each other, then you can go to work. But you cannot work on a Social Security card. You will get what's known as a mismatch at Homeland Security. Let's suppose your beneficiary, now Karina's got her Social Security number, right? Let's suppose she goes and get a job tomorrow. And they do E-Verify in Florida. Homeland Security is going to get a mismatch. They're going to go, wait a second. Okay, Karina's got her Social Security card. That's good. But she doesn't have her work permit. She doesn't have her green card issued. So they're going to get a mismatch. And we're going to get a letter from immigration. And they're going to say, what are you doing? You don't have permission to work on a Social Security card. Don't do it. Green card, Social Security number, they join together. Then you can go to work without any problems from the Homeland Security boys and girls. Francois, Ajali, I honestly don't care anymore what people may say behind my back. It did at the beginning, but no more. My life, my happiness. Francois, live your life, be happy. I couldn't give a rat's left toenail what anybody thinks about me. Okay? I don't care. I really don't. All I care about is that Karina's with me. All I care about is what Karina thinks about me. I don't care less about what anybody else thinks about me. I only care about what Karina thinks about me. That's it. That's all that matters. Let's see. Larry, hair on your gourd Diego makes you look younger. Really? I'm not trying to look younger, Larry. I'm just trying to I'm good. Larry Piercy, I got hair coloring poisoning from dyeing my hair. Well, I didn't know you had any hair. I'm kidding, Larry. I'm kidding. Antonio, are pictures required for the adjustment of status process? Yes. Yes. You gotta put 2 passport photos of your beneficiary in with the green card application and write your beneficiary's name in pencil on the back of the photographs. Passport photographs. Go to CVS, go to UPS, go to a FedEx store and say, hey, I need to have 2 passport photos, please. Put them in a Ziploc bag, put them behind the 485, and the 485 is going to be in a document protector and include it in your green card application. Francois Livingston, Mountain Dew salute for Diego. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And you know what? I've got no Mountain Dew left. It's all gone. I've been talking for an hour and 40 minutes, and I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm hungry. Tengo hambriento. Tengo sed y hambriento. And I'll finish up these last questions, and then I will be done. Antonio, when I say pictures, I mean like wedding pictures. Antonio, in your green card application, you are going to include wedding pictures, honeymoon pictures, pictures from when you started dating each other. When I got all the pictures together for Karina's green card application, we've been dating for 3 years, almost 3 years. I put pictures in Karina's green card application from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, plus a whole section of wedding pictures. Boom. That's what you do. David Petch, correct. She's from the Philippines. I got a pretty good memory. I'd like you to do a success video at your convenience. David Petch, you send me the details, NOA1, NOA2, MVC welcome letter, embassy interview date. Send me all your details. I'll make you a video just for you. All right? And Francois also. Let me see. GLK Dog, how long do you think it can take for the green card application? 4 to 5 months. Ross Lee, what's going on, Ross Lee and Melissa, right? But we're at the tail end of this. I've been talking for almost 2 hours, guys. I'm going to be driving you guys crazy. And you guys must be bored already. And GLK Dog, did you take out the work permit? No, I included the work permit because it's free. But right now, if I was applying for Karina's green card application, Karina's going to apply for it. But if we were going to apply for it right now, I would not waste my time with the work permit. Don't waste your money. And Adriana, no problem. And Larry said, I've changed. I just grew my hair out. And Antonio, is Karina going to talk on the next live stream? We want to hear. Karina, say something to everybody. Karina's shy, guys. Okay, she's a very strong, conservative, laid back, relaxed, conservative, capitalist entrepreneur. That's Karina. She gets stuff done quietly. There's a rule. This is a rule. This is Karina's rule. She says, do things quietly. Don't tell anybody what you're doing. Just do it, and then people won't know what to attack. If you're a beneficiary, you come into this country from the Philippines, from India, from Philippines, from Colombia, wherever you're coming from, Australia, England, come to this country and build something good and do it quietly. That's Karina's philosophy. Build something quietly. People won't know what to attack, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're a millionaire or whatever. So with that said, guys, we're out of here. Okay, we're out of here. I've got to eat something, guys. I'm hungry. Thanks for the super chats and the super stickers. We really appreciate that, and we're glad to be here to help you. And Fazak, you are looking great, Diego. Marriage to a good woman is great for you. Fazak gets the last word.
Tokyo.